Ever wondered if the dinosaurs had a secret survival plan after that infamous asteroid hit? For years, the mystery surrounding the dinosaurs' extinction has kept scientists guessing. Did they vanish instantly in a fiery blaze? Or did some manage to outlive the catastrophe, clinging to existence for millennia? Today, we'll be examining the evidence and theories to uncover the truth about how long the dinosaurs truly reigned. Get ready to unearth some shocking revelations, because the answer might just rewrite history as we know it. Picture this. It's a perfectly normal day in the late Cretaceous period. The sun is shining, the herbivores are grazing peacefully among towering ferns, and the apex predators, well, they're doing what they do best, stalking their prey. Little do they know, a cosmic bullet is hurtling towards Earth, destined to change everything. This, my friends, is where our story begins. The impact when it came was nothing short of cataclysmic. Imagine an asteroid the size of Mount Everest slamming into the Earth with unimaginable force. The energy released was equivalent to billions of atomic bombs detonating simultaneously, sending shockwaves across the planet. Earthquakes of unprecedented magnitude ripped across continents, while tsunamis taller than skyscrapers roared inland, swallowing everything in their path. But the real horror was just beginning. The impact ejected trillions of tons of molten rock and vaporized debris into the atmosphere. This scorching debris rained down upon the Earth in a fiery inferno, igniting wildfires that raged across continents. The very air itself became superheated, making each breath a burning torment. Imagine the terror of those poor dinosaurs, their world literally going up in flames around them. And if the fires and the earthquakes weren't enough, the skies themselves turned against life on Earth. The impact released so much dust and sulfur into the atmosphere that it blocked out the sun, plunging the planet into a state of perpetual darkness. Now, one might assume that the dinosaurs were at the peak of their game when the asteroid rudely interrupted their prehistoric party. After all, they had ruled the planet for over 180 million years. A pretty impressive run by anyone's standards, but in reality, the dinosaur kingdom was already facing some challenges even before the space rock made its grand entrance. Think of it like this. Imagine a group of friends going through a bit of a rough patch. Some groups, like the Hadrosaurs, were thriving, their populations booming like the stock market during a tech bubble. They were the cool kids on the block, so to speak. But other dinosaur lineages were facing a decline in diversity. It's like they were trying to stay relevant in a world that was rapidly changing, but they just couldn't quite keep up with the latest trends. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show, or rather, the bringer of doom. The asteroid impact itself. We already know it was a very bad day for the dinosaurs, but just how bad was it? Imagine the worst natural disaster you can think of. A hurricane, an earthquake, a volcanic eruption, and then multiply that by 1,000, no, 1,000,000. That's the kind of devastation we're talking about. First, there was the initial impact. A shockwave so powerful it circled the globe multiple times, triggering earthquakes and volcanic eruptions on a scale never before seen. Then came the tsunamis, towering walls of water that surged inland, wiping out everything in their path. Imagine being a dinosaur, minding your own business, when suddenly you're swept away by a wave taller than a skyscraper. But the real killer was the heat. The impact released so much energy that it literally vaporized rock, turning it into superheated gas that engulfed the planet. Temperatures soared to hundreds of degrees Celsius, incinerating anything unfortunate enough to be caught in the open. It would have been like being trapped inside a giant oven with no escape. And as if that wasn't enough, the impact also released billions of tons of sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere.
Chapter 4. Lower Survival Estimates. Now, for years, the prevailing theory among scientists was that the dinosaurs went extinct relatively quickly after the asteroid impact, perhaps within a few years or even decades. It's a grim picture, isn't it? To think that these magnificent creatures who had ruled the Earth for so long were wiped out in the blink of an eye, geologically speaking. The evidence for this rapid extinction scenario comes from various sources, including the fossil record, geological data, and computer models. For example, the layer of rock that marks the boundary between the Cretaceous and Paleogene periods, known as the KPG boundary, contains a high concentration of iridium, a rare element found primarily in asteroids. This iridium layer is found all over the world, providing strong evidence that an asteroid impact was indeed responsible for the mass extinction.
Chapter 6. Longer estimates. But wait, there's a twist. In recent years, a growing body of evidence has emerged that suggests some dinosaurs may have survived for much longer after the asteroid impact, perhaps even for hundreds of thousands of years. That's right, you heard me correctly. Hundreds of thousands of years. This evidence comes from a variety of sources, including fossil discoveries, geological data, and new computer models. For example, some paleontologists have discovered dinosaur fossils in rock layers that are thought to be younger than the KPG boundary. Now, this is where things get really interesting, because if these fossils are indeed from dinosaurs that lived after the impact, it means that at least some pockets of these incredible creatures managed to survive the initial apocalypse. Chapter 6. Evidence dinosaurs survived for 500,000 years. Now, buckle up, because this is where things get really controversial. A recent study published in the prestigious journal Science has sent shockwaves through the paleontological community. This groundbreaking research, based on a thorough analysis of fossil records and geological data from various sites around the world, suggests that some dinosaurs may have survived for as long as 500,000 years after the asteroid impact. That's right, you heard me correctly. 500,000 years. To put that into perspective, that's longer than modern humans have even existed. If this theory holds true, it would completely rewrite our understanding of the dinosaurs' demise and their legacy on Earth. The study's authors point to several lines of evidence to support their claim. First, they analyzed the distribution of dinosaur fossils in rock layers above the KPG boundary. They found that while dinosaur fossils become much rarer after the impact, they don't disappear entirely.
Now, let's indulge in a little bit of speculation, shall we? What if, just what if, some dinosaurs did manage to survive the asteroid impact and continued to roam the Earth for hundreds of thousands of years? What would our world look like today? Would we be sharing our planet with giant sauropods munching on treetops, their long necks reaching for the highest leaves? Would we be living in fear of velociraptors, their sharp claws and cunning intelligence making them formidable predators? Would we have domesticated miniature triceratops using them as eco-friendly lawnmowers? The possibilities are endless and, frankly, a bit mind-boggling. Imagine the impact on human evolution if our ancestors had to contend with these prehistoric behemoths. Would we have evolved differently, developing new strategies and tools to coexist with these magnificent creatures? Of course, this is all just speculation for now, but the very fact that we're even having this conversation is a testament to the power of scientific discovery and the ever-evolving nature of our understanding of the past.
Now, while the debate over the dinosaurs' survival rages on, there's one dinosaur in particular that holds a special place in the annals of paleontology. This dinosaur, my friends, is none other than Triceratops, the three-horned herbivore that has become an icon of the late Cretaceous period. Now, Triceratops wasn't exactly a stranger to hardship. They lived in a world dominated by Tyrannosaurus rex, a predator with jaws so powerful they could crush bone. Yet, despite facing such fearsome foes, Triceratops managed to thrive, becoming one of the most successful herbivores of their time. But what makes Triceratops truly remarkable is that it's considered by some to be the last known surviving dinosaur species. That's right, while other dinosaurs were succumbing to the devastating effects of the asteroid impact, Triceratops may have held on, clinging to existence for thousands or even hundreds of thousands of years after the cataclysm. Now, it's easy to get caught up in the drama of the dinosaurs' demise, but they weren't the only ones who faced extinction 66 million years ago. The asteroid impact marked the end of an era, wiping out not just the dinosaurs, but also a vast array of other creatures that had ruled the Mesozoic era. Take the Pterosaurs, for example. These magnificent flying reptiles, with wingspans that could rival small airplanes, soared through the skies for millions of years. They were the undisputed masters of the air, from the diminutive insect-eating species to the gigantic Ajdarchids, some of which had wingspans exceeding 30 feet. Then there were the marine reptiles, such as the Ichthyosaurs, Plesiosaurs, and Mosasaurs.
So there you have it, the incredible story of the dinosaurs' demise, their potential survival, and the enduring mystery surrounding their final days. We've explored the cataclysmic events that brought about their downfall,
The evidence for both rapid and gradual extinction and the tantalizing possibility that some dinosaurs may have outlived their doom by a significant margin. While the debate among scientists continues, one thing is certain: the dinosaurs left an indelible mark on our planet. Their fossils inspire awe and wonder, their stories ignite our imaginations, and their legacy reminds us of the power of nature and the fragility of life.